Well, I just met a Jim, a real pleasant young lady. No, I was just looking for friends, people to help me out. This is like my first month or two in Thailand. We exchanged messages, and she told me that she lived far away from Bangkok and she wanted me to pay for the cab fare. And I said, no, I can't. My mom told me not to give girls money. And that stumped her because in Thailand, mom is like God. And she couldn't tell me to disobey my mom. So anyways, we ended up meeting and she came down and I decided, okay, well, we'll go on a walk near the river or near the canal. Maybe it's a sewer. We started walking and I tried speaking Thai to her and she got really angry and she just shut me down and she said, I can't even understand what you're saying. And I was thinking, I can't even understand what I'm saying either. But she was really aggressive and rude about it. And I thought, I'm not going to stop speaking Thai because you want me to. And then I started speaking English. And I got the feeling that in her mind, it was not a foreigner's place to speak Thai. I felt like she wanted to pin me down into that category of stupid Farang. And she saw all Farang the same way. But since I had just met her, I let it go. Dude, I just let it go. I'm not gonna lie, she was really, really hot. She had a really nice body and she showed up with a cut off tank top. And sometimes you can overlook a baboon face. That's so mean since I look like a horse and hung like one. So we went down to the canal and we found some steps to sit on and we started talking and she didn't ask me any questions about myself. I think during the whole time I answered one question that she asked me, something about where are you from, but besides that it was just me asking her questions and hearing about her life story. You know, and that's fine because I don't like to put myself out there right away. I'm more of a sit back and observe kind of guy. She told me that her fiance, who was British, had died 3 months ago and he had been supporting her financially. He gave her $30,000 to go to nursing school. But you know, the conversation wasn't very deep and I didn't really feel a connection, even on a friend's level. We walked back and she said she wanted to go home, so I was like, oh, okay, I really don't want you to leave, but... And she said, give me the cab fare, $10, 350 baht. And I said, but I told you I'm not gonna pay for the cab fare, even before he came. And she got pissed. She said, I'm not leaving until you pay me. We were already inside of the apartment complex. And I was thinking, holy fuck, what am I gonna do now? So I thought about it and I was trying to be calm, but kind of think out a plan inside my head. I'll tell her that I am going to pay her and then I'll take her to the security guard and let the security guard deal with her. So I said, I'm not going to give you any money unless you leave. And so she started to follow me outside, and when I got to the security, I just stopped and I said, okay, bye. But nah, she wasn't having it. Had to wake up all the residents, had to wake up everybody. She was screaming at me in Thai. I don't know exactly what she was saying, but I knew they weren't good things. I don't believe that as she was yelling at me at the top of her lungs, she was saying things like, I really enjoyed talking about you down back at the river there. You know what, Ryan? I would like to give you some money. Put a bag over my head, let's have sex, call it a night. This girl was pissed. She's just going off on me, and the security guard put his hand on her shoulder and he said, Miss, please calm down, please go away. You're disrupting the residents. And she said, don't put your hand on me. I am a woman. I could see her eyeing me up and down, up and down. And I was like, dude, I know this girl is gonna jump me. I know it, man. She's gonna jump on me cat style. I put my hand in my pocket, not to play with myself, but to protect my wallet. You know, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm like 6'1", 185 pounds. Not huge, but big enough to intimidate a little Okay, I can intimidate dogs. Pigeons. Pigeons are usually scared of me. And I was thinking, man, if she comes at me, dude, I'm just holding out the Superman fist, and if she runs into it, like if her face runs into my fist accidentally and she gets knocked out, you know, can't say I hit a woman. So she just went on like this for about 5 minutes, woke up the whole neighborhood. And I stood my ground. I was firm. I just said, no, I'm not going to give you any money. No, no, no. She had the devil beams coming out of her eyes. And then she graced me with something so beautiful. She hawked up a huge loogie, just huge. Just hurled that thing right in my direction. And I think I got about 30% of it. And she stormed off and she walked away. And I was pretty embarrassed. I was pretty embarrassed because everybody saw me with this prostitute who had a meltdown basically, and they thought I fucked her. She did leave me with some beautiful parting words though. She said, I'm gonna bring people here to fucking kill you. You know, in maybe another country like America or Japan where I used to live, if someone told me they were gonna send some people to come and kill me, it wouldn't really bother me, but in Thailand, yeah, it concerned me a bit. However, I managed to sleep okay that night. You know, and I think the whole cab fare thing was just a story because before she came to meet me, she asked me to meet up with her at Nana, which is like 15 minutes by SkyTrain from where I lived. In case you guys don't know, Nana Station is the hub of go-go bars and bar girls. I don't think she was even a nurse. I talked to one of my buddies later on, a veteran here, and he said, a nurse wouldn't meet you dressed like a prostitute, wearing a cut-off tank top and have revealing tattoos all over her body. I met a real nice lady, a real gem. And sweetheart, thanks for sharing your saliva with me and the enthralling conversation. But all jokes aside, I truly do wish from the bottom of my heart that you find what you need in life and you find the right path, because I know deep down inside you can't be happy scamming people. Guys, thanks for watching. God bless and see you in the next video.